But look at this guy. This Nilfgaardian. There's no real choice here. We're gonna try Bonebreaker.
The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Neve, queen of the twin realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so, where was I? As the queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Neve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms.
Where's the pot of greed?
Hail, Your Majesty. Delighted to see you in good health. The strays of Spala, the bandits, I was attended to during your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Are we a passive-aggressive dick to this beautiful man? I guess we are.
I deliberated. Wasn't at all certain in giving you the task. I knew you to be an equally good strategist as I am a shepherdess.
That burn.
So my intuition said no. Yet Reynard interceded on your behalf. Your Grace, they're common bandits, while the Count will have a host of men-at-arms to command. Next time, I shall trust my gut. I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it.
Alright, Caldwell. I'm the captain now. Yeah, so this is the same as normal Gwent. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end of the round will win the round. Some units of armor. Absorbs a certain amount of damage.
Your Grace, the men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Most cards have an ability of some kind. To learn more about it, select the card. Yes, yes, yes. Play any card. So she has an actual ability. Cooldown 3. Boost an ally by 4 and give it 1 armor. Seems nice.
I shall teach you to respect the crown, you dogs!
Nice. Good. And he goes up to 14 because of his loyal thing.
Arbalist at your command.
Oh, he only has a reach of 2, I see. Fine. As far as I understand, you don't necessarily need to destroy them.
Look out!
Because it's about total values, I think.
If you insist.
And then I get both of these guys. Unfortunately, wait, can I play these in a different order? Let's see. No, I immediately have to play this. Because if I can play it the other way around, I can hurt him for 2. So this is 4, but that doesn't matter. So why did this one come out first? I played it second, so it's not based on what was played first.
Battle's not yet done.
Easy.
It is better to conserve our strength. Prepare for a strike that will prove decisive.
Already top 100 Thronebreaker player confirmed. So in this case, playing in the first row is better, I guess, because this guy has a reach of 2, and it's based on the number of cards you have. Might as well use this. And the battlefield is really nice looking. Right, he moves him.
Aye.
I congratulate you on your latest victory, Your Grace. The bandits stood
Thank you.
not a chance.
This was very difficult. I believe we've just made history.
We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
See, if this was Warhammer, you could eat those bandits. And I think any game is improved by a liberal use of cannibalism. So honestly, I'm disappointed, GOG. Can we loot them? It's no proper RPG if you can't loot them. Okay, we got some planks.
Ah,
Apparently bandits
I do
carry
enjoy
around
this
a lot of wood.
prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the pearl of the north, with its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
Smooth.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve.
Is this a romantic novel game? Very well. Camp buildings allow you to expand your army and give you access to important information. Most camp buildings can be improved in your workshop. Enter the workshop. I am my own queen. Don't tell me what to do. To improve your camp buildings, you must first collect the appropriate quantity of gold and wood. For your journey, you'll definitely need access to a regional map. First need to improve your royal tent. Got a level 2. Okay, this is our deck. Create units and build your army from available cards. Improving this building will increase your army's recruit cap, allowing you to use stronger units. Cards currently in your deck are displayed on the left-hand side. All cards available for you to create and place in your deck are displayed on the main screen. You can gain access to new cards by upgrading your training grounds and workshop, as well as through certain story-related tasks. Must contain a minimum of 25, while not exceeding the recruit cap, which currently is 125. Particular resource recruits, yes. Helmets. The Wagenberg card. Craft one now. This one. Machine, field support, order. Damage all units on an enemy row by this unit's armor amount. In the Royal Tent you can view the letters and maps you've received so far, as well as keys and card fragments. The Royal Tent screen can also be accessed from the main game screen by pressing the knapsack icon. Letters. It's very important lore. And then we have maps. Right, this is the... I'm glad we had to make a Royal Tent to make sure we could decipher this tremendously artistic map. You can talk with your companions in the mess tent to give them a little bit of your time, and you may just learn a secret or two. Hey, Renard.
A bit of respite, Reynard.
Reynard. Same thing.
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
Yeah, stop slacking off.
Reynard. At ease.
I must go. Shepherd.
Don't you
Is
find
it not
wearisome
sitting alone?
Wouldn't you prefer another's company?
Ooh.
Swapping tales with the innkeep, even?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Time to
Has
unlock
it
those
always been
romance
thus with
options.
you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't, but would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant, nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim, and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
Are you saying that royalty is not a good basis for government? Weird. Doomed to end badly, that I dare
Talk of that
say.
nature could only ever result in misfortune.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. soaked with sweat, my voice cracking. I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently. And when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
There are so many innuendos in this dialogue.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meave. Save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly.
Willem is not suited to be king.
Alas. I've come to fear Willem might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, your grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age.
Yeah, definitely.
Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
It's Twitch chat,
We
basically.
might yet learn of mitigating circumstances. Events beyond his control.
The army's morale can change. Neutral morale has no impact on your cards, whereas low morale lowers each unit's strength by 1 point. High morale increases it by 1 point. Depending on your choices throughout the game. To increase it, make an offering at a wayside shrine. Wayside shrine. Interesting. What kind of offering? Okay, we just stand there. Got it. Quite the offering.
Mercy. Whatever is this filth?
Necrophages.
Oh, nice.
Drawn
Here we
near
go.
by blood scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm. I won't allow it. Attack!
Man, she really just has one mode. Charge and attack. Delightful. Custom deck. A trophy is a unique type of card and you can have only one in your deck at a time. Trophy will automatically appear on the battlefield at the beginning of the match. Lyrian Banner. Your rows are now covered in fog, which is just one of several row effects you will encounter. Affects all cards on a given row and can have either positive or negative consequences. Impenetrable fog.
Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, your grace. It's the first I've seen of any such thing.
Well, he has 4. We'll start with this guy. We don't want to play him. They both have fog, so I guess it doesn't matter. So he'll keep getting damage now. That's not fair. That's cheating.
I know them.
Consume a
Appeared on my
unit
estate last
in
spring,
your graveyard and
enticed by the
boost self by its
corpses of
power.
those of my sheep that fell. Harmless at first, until that is, they fill their guts.
I have to use this? I don't want to use this. How dare you.
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
Destroy the highest enemy, then boost all allies by that unit's power. The game's tricking me, apparently. Forcing me to use a fortitude potion. Now he's gonna eat. Let's see how this works. Oh, he didn't use
So
it.
fortunately raptured the beasts before they had a chance to gorge.
Surely he's gonna use it.
This harvest will be reaping.
Also, the
black
fog
cloud.
disappeared, so those are not permanent. Oh, nice.
Your Grace,
That counts
get
for...
up.
I see. Well,
Armor wants it.
we'll kill it in 2 turns. Consume a unit, any graveyard. Nice.
Strong as steers they've grown.
See, this is what I mean.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever. I've witnessed this before.
I did ask for more cannibalism at the start. I suppose I got my wish. Destroy the highest enemy, then boost all allies by units power. Just like me, each enemy's leader has a unique ability. Yes, there we go.
My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
This does not count as a loss. Let's be clear, I will not lose on this stream. This does not count. Oh, here's Reynard. How'd she pronounce it?
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms.
Give one charge?
Yet another abomination.
No, that stench. My salts. Where are my salts?
Nurgle would be proud. Look at this art. Man, that's great. Play the Wagenburg on the melee row. The ability of this card becomes more powerful with each additional unit that is played in the same row after it. Damage all units on an enemy row by this unit's armor. Whenever a card appears, gain 1 armor. An order just means you can use it whenever you feel like it. But what is charge? The number of times an order ability can be used. I see. Nice. Synergy. Give it 1 armor, so that seems pretty good. Can I use it? Why can't I use you? Come on, Meave, just let me use you. I guess tutorial. Why would I use it now? It only does 1. This is not optimal.
Company, forward march!
You can use it. Why would you use it for 1 damage?
The beasts hadn't a chance against us. Victory is ours.
I like a little victory dance. Oh yeah, let's loot this corpse. My beloved, please write as soon as you reach the temple. Our home feels empty without you. Well, don't have to worry about that anymore, do you? Poor guy. I legitimately thought these were little pizza slices. I was very confused. Queen. I'm sure it goes along nicely with your rotten corpse. Nice of them to put a banner outside. Whenever they feel like being conscripted.
Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking under the blistering noonday sun.
Your Majesty, Count Caldwell.
Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report.
The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid. Yet our courtesy hadn't inspired them. They haven't peeped a word. Might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for them, should have them jabbering right quick.
I'll speak to them first.
Your Majesty.
No, let's go with the
For
hangman.
Queen to question
It's a lot more
common
entertaining.
spy, it's simply not proper.
Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and titles for it, so no impediment do I see. Lead me to them.
Bow low for your sovereign, Her Majesty, Queen Meave of Lyria and Rivia.
He's not as good as Robert, is he? I was really hoping for a bow ya shits. Disappointing.
A mercy, Your Grace. We bear no guilt, we simple folk.
Speak. Tell me all now, or else.
Lyria, the city. Ever been to the castle there?
You didn't say that though.
Nay, milady. And never ventured from his home, truth be told. Farthest I went was...
It has a dungeon. And in that dungeon, I've a special cell I call Ceci.
She's coming to
now,
it. Got
Ceci's not much. A round ditch with an iron grate over its opening. But you see, Ceci is so narrow, so tight, that once inside her, you cannot move. Not turn, not crouch, not lift an arm. Prisoners dropped in the bitch's embrace stand there for weeks in their own excrement until they lose their minds, or worms eat them alive.
They gotta be aware of the innuendos at this point, right?
You've a choice to make. Tell me what I must know, or live your days out with Ceci.
Have mercy, my lady. Nay, we'll tell all, everything.
The bandits. Whom do they follow?
Him, my lady. We've seen him. No name, just an odd title. The Duke of Dogs, they call it.
My, a blue-blood thoroughbred mutt. Where are he and his hounds bound? Did he say?
That recall, Imogen? What do you name it? A Gleaton or something?
Clayton. Lord Clayton. His estate lies to the south.
Sound the horns. Have the men form up. We march at once.
Milady, I'll be no higher for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him. Shared what grub he had.
Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them?
The choices you make will have consequences. Some may be felt immediately, while others may take time. Press the men into service, set the women free. Whip some sense into them. I mean, they did answer my questions. Can we send them to Ceci? This once, leave them be.
Leave them be. The harvest draws close. Hard work. They'll have their hands full.
Oh, my lady, thanks be to you, thanks be.
See, I'm a kind, merciful overlord.
Mother Melitele, watch over your kind heart.
For now.
Pray she watches over yours. Should I hear of you sheltering bandits again, of you lying to my officers, I shall return and put torch to every hut, field and orchard. Understood.
Meve set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at a gallop, her mount knocking the peasants aside as it kicked up a cloud of dust. The folk of Hawksburn spoke of the royal visit long after, albeit ever behind closed doors and in hushed tones.
Here's a puzzle, apparently. Middle of the road.
That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
Attack the rock slide. She really just has one modus operandi. Destroy all the boulders. Play Wagenberg on the melee row. Right.
What now?
You're far fewer than I presumed. Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip.
Play an arbalist on the melee row, then attack the boulder closest to Meve. I mean, that's not going to be enough, is it? Oh, they just passed. Okay. Play another arbalist.
One bolt.
Oh, interesting. Because the boulder is on the same row,
Give me a time.
it also counts for damage.
Use the wagon now!
Interesting. And then we can do that. Puzzled. Here ends the main part of the tutorial. From now on, you're on your own. Oof. I'm scared. Got an achievement though. That's important. Alright, so this is probably where actually being on the hardest difficulty starts kicking in. So main quest is down here, which means we're obviously not gonna go here yet. Let's go do... Can we go to the puzzle? Or do we have to go all the way? That doesn't look like a puzzle. That looks like undead fishmen. Do not let any allies die. Takes just 1 damage to turn an even into an odd. Such wisdom. Every turn, on turn start, if this unit's power is even, switch rows and damage all units on the opposite row by 2. Gain 1 armor whenever a card appears on this row. So, but we can't start with this guy because he only has 3. He'll gain 3 armor if we play this. But that doesn't matter, as long as 1 moves, he attacks everything, right? Damage all units on the opposite row, yeah. Put him here. Damage that. Crushing trap this. Goes down, put him there. He goes up, hits him. Swing him back. He will hit him. Put him here. Not in the first row. Hit him for 1. And turn. Put these guys down. Gives him 3 armor. He gets to hit all of them. And there we go. Okay. That's a good way to learn the mechanics. And actually think about more advanced stuff. Sun, damned collectors stopped by Hawk's Burn again. And once again we survive by the skin of our teeth, so our beloved queen can import yet another Zircanian rug. Devil's take her, I say. Gather anything worth in the cottage and wrap it in greased sheepskin. Wow. Ooh. Another one of these incredibly artistic. These people are so skilled. Bunch of trees. And there's another pizza slice. Let's go up first before we go down anywhere. There's nothing here, right? Unless I get to explore this myself. No. We need a key. Ooh.
Kneel and pay homage to the gods. You shall be rewarded.
Really?
The Little watches over us all. Yet you do well to remind her through support.
New markers. One up here is a puzzle. That is through here. There's a fight after this locked gate. Interesting.
Travelling the high road, they heard the bells of a temple to Mother Melitele, situated at some distance. Meve turned towards Reynard.
What have we today? A sacred feast?
Not that I recall, Your Grace.
The Queen's brow darkened, her hands clenched into fists on her reins.
Then they sound the alarm. Follow me.
Stained glass shards glinted in the grass. Bits of down, ripped from quilts, wafted through the air. The priestesses, gathered in the yard, were seeing to wounded pilgrims, setting toppled, oft beheaded or armless statues back on their feet.
What happened here?
The strays of Spala fell upon us.
Sighed the prioress.
Stole the offerings, the monstrances, holy books. My lady, I implore you, come to our aid, recover what's rightly ours.
Ever clever, Meve's scouts soon discovered the bandits' tracks. They led to some thick hazel groves east of the temple. The perfect place to hide, or to lie in ambush.
Yes, ever clever. Our tactic so far has consisted of attack the bandits, attack the ghouls, attack the rocks. Definitely an 18 on intelligence.
Rest are disturbed. Something digs up their graves, opens their tombs.
Oh, delicious. He's just enjoying a nice meal. These remind me a lot of... I don't know if any of you have played the Duels of the Planeswalkers games. Like 2012, 2013 games and such. They used to have a lot of these puzzles in those as well, which were quite interesting. I'm glad they brought that back with this. So weaken to 1. They're on 8. None of their abilities matter though, I think. What do we got here? Count Caldwell. There he is. Aw. Okay, I take it back. He's actually glorious. I take back every negative word I've said about him. Oh, Oh, that's... This is the best card I've seen in any card game. Or this guy, first 7, do this. Puts 4 here. Do that. That will lower it to 7. Lower it to 1. Wait, I don't think that's... Quick look here. Do they do anything at all? No.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
If you insist.
Give me a time. Arbalist to your command.
This one was a lot easier in comparison. Very well. I'll take the loot. There we go. Lettering key. Time heals all wounds, they say. That memories fade. That the nightmares would end and my pain would cease. This is too real for me. Yet 8 years have passed since I left the world behind, naught but prayer, confession and reflection. I wonder still how my life might have been different had I refused that last mug of ale, had I noticed the child had a... poor guy. Well, he did get his wish, but... Let's see, do we want to go here first? Can we not just go around? Wait. That's a lot of gold. Is that enough to make the upgrade? Yes, it is. Training routes? Done. I want to get the forager's quarters. But we can now make... Look at that guy. Let's see if we can do that. Where are they? Regiment drummer. Play the top blitz unit from your deck. Do we have any blitz units? Because we need to get this guy. Look at him. Play the top blitz. Do we have any blitz? Human blitz. Oh, they're types. I thought that would be the type of attack. Are these all blitz? We gotta drop some stuff. So we upgraded the arbalists, so those are even better now. What is loyal? Trigger this ability automatically when your leader's ability is used. They are so strong now. Okay. Let's pay some scouts. Let's do the microtransactions. Should have had a minimap option, so I wouldn't have to open them all the time. So they're not very obvious. This particular type of log can or cannot be looted. Because you can't loot this one, for instance. I would think this would give me some wood. But no. But this one can. Merriment? I don't think so.
The bandits had pitched camp in a nearby wood.
Attack the merriment.
Spirits buoyed by the wine they'd stolen from the cloister cellar. The brigands had not posted sentries.
Another round! To the sisters!
Neve's soldiers were eager, insistent. The desecrators would be punished. Yet only the queen could order the assault.
Attack the merriment.
High time we put these strays on a leash.
Spat the queen, spurring her horse.
To arms! Follow me!
Tankards clattered to the ground as the strays reached for their weapons. The brigands would not even fathom giving up without a fight.
Prevent 3 gold wagons from escaping. So these are great. We want more of these. This one's good. We don't want these, basically. That one's pretty irrelevant too. This guy is not that good. Although now we have the Wagenburg, so actually that is quite good with that one. This is only 2. But it is 2 units for... I'd rather have a regiment drummer though. Because they're glorious, is why. So we're gonna open up.
Again and again and again.
Looking to dance, mate?
Fair.
Should've listened to me, old lady.
Make sure he can't kill that.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
What you looking at?
Well, the damage on the card won't matter. I guess we'll still play it there.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Regroup!
Well, that is not the worst thing he could have done.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
You might have got away had you not been hauling so damn much.
Left, right, left, right.
Any point in doing this now? Not really. Thanks, I guess. Ooh. Wait, can I do this first? No.
A lesson in humility coming now.
Company! Forward march!
The mist's gonna pass me those lovely earrings? Or do I tear them off myself?
Our ballista, your command.
Stick 'em up! High as the clouds! Now!
Armor won't save.
Just one more? Well, if I do this, they both got 1.
Oh, Lyrian lummoxes.
Should be fine.
No time for that.
And there we go. That should be it, right?
Go, hop, hop.
We did. It just, for some reason. Okay. Have to play that out, I guess.
The Queen's company defeated the bandits and recovered the loot. Silver chalices, reliquaries lined with mother of pearl, gold-embroidered robes.
The priestesses would be grateful to have their treasures returned, Your Grace. They would pray ardently for your victory.
Reynard opined.
Yet, you could also keep the silver, expend it on the war effort. And who's to say which, prayer or coin, would be more useful?
Well, I am to say which one's more useful. I'm gonna say coin.
Melita Lay will understand.
You've chosen one evil in favor of another.
Then she ordered the abbey's treasures loaded onto her wagons.
The cloister will remember this.
As they went on their way over uneven ground, each clink and clank reminded the Queen that to save her realm, she had stolen from the gods.
Can I play as...
But you'll not find the Duke of Dogs near as easy prey.
Can I not play as that faction? They seem great. Some loot here. And with loot, I mean... wood. So we do have low morale now. I'm entirely certain how I'm gonna fix that. Oh. Your Majesty, the strays of Spala slaughtered the entire village. Witnesses claim folk had refused the brigands' aid. Have we the coin to give these poor souls a proper burial? There we go, morale. We shall honor the local custom and send them to the afterlife. Plus they refused the brigands' aid. Yeah, they deserve it. 50 coins for some morale seems real cheap. Hello. Can we build anything, by the way? Yes, we can. There we go. More money. Fewer problems. I'm sure this is an easy fight. It's only a tiny little scary flesh-eating dragon. This is quite a good combo. I think we're good with this. So he's gonna have a little snack. And he also stays, so we don't want to kill him. But that should give us enough time, I think, with the way we just set this up.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Because this now is 4, 5. And then we can do... the Lyrian Arbalist should do 5. And then we can do Count Caldwell with his glorious doggo. And we want to get the war wagon again, I guess. Do we want another Wagenburg? No, that won't go up that well. Well, we'll put him here, so we can make that choice later.
If you insist.
Don't think the positioning on this matters. Maybe in between these two.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
This spawns a harpy. But it spawns it. I think this should work. Spawns it up here. Excellent. Use this now. Kill all of that. Easy. Enter. That's about all we need to extend here. Excellent. We got the drummer in the end. That's what matters. So we have Caldwell in here now as well. I think we can resurrect him too, right? There used to be, way back when, there were... I guess this is a gold card. But they had very specific... Like, you couldn't revive gold cards and such, I think. I remember having a field medic of some sort as well. These are fairly decent to open up with. Actually, we could also do the drummer. No, let's play these first because I want to use this ability as much as possible, theoretically. And we can absolutely win this, we don't need to stall it to the next one, I feel. Play both of these.
Listen to me, old lady.
Again and again and again.
So we want to use this as much as possible, because he's gonna keep munching on his own fellas. Yeah, there's one. So the next one will munch on the harpy eggs as well, so that's fine. We can... I think I just want to play as much as possible. Let's use this first. Okay. Play him here so we can revive. Right in between these two. Yeah, as long as there's harpy eggs, it's not that bad. Another one of these. We gotta be... a little wary of not playing too much in one row.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
That's a massive upgrade. Such an inspiring queen.
Left, right, left, right.
Tell me you jest.
Keep forgetting this one's random. You used to be able to pick one. With the old card I'm thinking of. That is not a very good one.
Can't take it anymore.
Kalanio Harpy. Transform all Harpy eggs into Harpies and boost self by 3 for each one transformed. That is nasty. Let's see, this will do 6, next one can do 7. Plus it doesn't necessarily matter if we kill them or not. Just damaging them. And we'll put this on the field medic. Really, ideally, we don't kill anything, I think, right now. So we're gonna get another... We're gonna get some more buffs. Well, the problem is this is damage a random enemy nearest to cell by 2, so there's 2 here that we don't want to hit. Everything else is fine. Actually, I might want to trigger this purposely in case he has another Harpy. Yeah, that's probably better. That loses so much damage though. Yeah, that cannot be worth it.
Armor won't say.
Move a random enemy to the row opposite this unit and damage all enemies on it by 1. I want to play the monster deck. Look at these cards. That's great.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Now there's 2 here that we don't want to hit. Ideally. I don't really want this one to die. Okay, good. Didn't hit the eggs, so he can't play anything. That should be the win. Excellent. Nice victory dance. And that is a wyvern down. 21 planks. Seems like appropriate reward. Fortune smiles upon us. Those priestesses bought my story, blubbering and all. They accepted me as a pupil. But getting me hands on the cellared key was the tricky part. Still, I've gotten it now. They've riches stacked to the ceiling. Gods be praised indeed. Wait for me tomorrow night at the foot of the embankment at the south wall. I'll carry what I can manage. I heard some sort of nastiness has taken root in the woods. Yeah. Yeah, I think we discovered that.
As they neared Wetterton, the Queen ordered her company to halt. She then sent men to the town for supplies. Those sent returned more quickly than she'd assumed they would, their satchels empty, their mounts foaming at the mouth.
Your Majesty, The townsfolk have gone right mad. Herded all the elves and dwarves at Market Square. 'Tis a slaughter.
The Queen knew well that if she failed to intervene, the town's streets would flow with non-human blood. Just as she knew her meager force might not subdue an enraged crowd.
Well, my past Witcher playtime has given me quite the soft spot for the non-humans. I am a dirty Yorthaf supporter, I'm afraid. So this one time... Actually, what am I thinking about? We're gonna attack the townsfolk. Easy choice.
Your Grace? Reynard's question pierced the silence.
What can it be, dear friend?
Answered the Queen, then spurred her mount and rode off towards the town.
Excellent.
Her troops followed, running as fast as their legs would carry them. When they passed inside the town gate, they saw corpses lining the gutters. Meve realized she had arrived too late to prevent a tragedy. The crowd was drunk on blood. Its rage would need to be quelled with an iron fist.
Attack the townsfolk. Shorten battle, custom deck, special rules, eliminate all foes.
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones!
Eliminate all foes. Every turn on turn start, set this unit's power equal to the number of angry mobs on this row. Right, so we have to kill them all at once. They don't do anything though, do they? So that is fairly straightforward.
Reynard, who started this? I must know. So much hatred. We must put a stop to it.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Her Majesty knows we will strike the
Okay.
largest clusters. Disperse the mob.
Wasn't entirely certain if we could use two abilities at once, but that's a really easy one then.
Happily, Meve restored order without suffering any losses. Reynard then learned that a nobleman's ire had triggered the violence, ire at having discovered a theft.
Suspicion fell on the non-humans he employed. He accused them, they protested, and the row soon engulfed the town. But there's something else, Your Grace.
Reynard gestured towards an aged man who stood grieving, his face in his hands.
I've witnesses who claim the strays of Sparla are the thieves.
Though the tragedy seemed the result of a misunderstanding, justice would have to be served. Those responsible for the slaughter would need to be punished. The question was, how severely?
Well, if there's anything we learned from this, it is that indeed attacking the town was the right call. Now do we... Either way, we're gonna attack them again. Have the instigators hanged. How many people do we hang in that case? Because if it's half of the town, there's nothing left to attack next time. Nobleman's ire. I suppose we'll just have them whipped for now.
You are guilty. That can't be denied.
Said the Queen, turning towards the bloody rioting's instigators.
A false rumor you took, and turned into a cruel lynch. Thus punishment is your lot. A public lashing, fines, imprisonment. But you shall keep your lives, for enough blood has been spilt here this day.
We gotta leave some more to spill the next day, of
Wetterton's
course.
inhabitants breathed a sigh of relief. But the non-human survivors took offense at the lenient sentence. Soon after, the Lyrian army's elves and dwarves quietly disappeared, deserted. Few doubted the reason. They would not risk their necks for a queen who held their lives in such low regard.
Well, time to attack the non-humans. Okay, let's look up here then first before we... Good call. Good call. Hi.
The Lyrians entered the graveyard. Crickets chirped in its tall, windswept grass, and lush green moss covered its crumbling gravestones. Only a fresh bloodstain upon a mausoleum wall suggested that something disturbed the dead in their rest and hunted the living.
Is that the only thing that suggested that?
Your grief. An eerie voice sang, its ghastly lament standing Maeve's hair on end.
Soon your life too shall cease as you pass into the eternal glow.
A pockmarked, pustule-ridden creature crawled out from behind some gravestones. It vaguely resembled a shriveled, hunchbacked hag, until its head split into two halves, forming a tooth-spiked maw.
Attack! Everyone!
Attack the hag. Obvious. Kill the grave hag. Shorten battle. It's a puzzle. Every 2 turns on turn start, destroy the lowest units. Does that include the rot fiends then? I guess so.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Yeah, it has to be because of Death Wish.
One boat's all I need.
Keep calm, Tiberius.
Arbalista, your command.
So now she... Maeve Warhammer. Be found in the command tent. In the command tent, you can change Maeve's equipped weapon, thus changing her ability. Nice. Place one available card in the deck. Let's have a look at that. Right. So Longsword is the one where we get +4 and give 1 armor. Then trigger all loyal abilities, but that happens regardless. Yeah. Cooldown 3. This also has cooldown 3. Move a card in your deck to the top and strengthen it by 3. Then trigger all abilities loyal. Increase the base power of a unit. Move a card in your deck to the top. Interesting. Let's play around with that for a while. Seems like it has more potential. We could make a Wagenberg. Another drummer, maybe? Let's get rid of the pikemen. I don't think they're that good. Nice thing about the drummers, they have bullets as well, so you can summon... They're not human, interestingly enough. Drummers confirmed not human. I think what we'll do, we'll make another Wagenburg then. Put one of those in, and we'll make another drummer. Get that non-human army in there. Oh, we're 1 over, huh? 2 over, rather. Wait, how much did these cost? Drummers were 5, the Wagenburg is 15. Never mind, I don't think that's worth it, actually. Oh, 5 is max. I guess we'll do max drummers then. Until we can make some war wagons. There's a secret up here. My queen, one of the destroyed graves belonged to an elven mage. We might find something of worth, but we would first need to dedicate sufficient resource to have the debris cleared. We get half of a picture. That seems worth it. Oh, that is a card, I see. Card fragment. Neat. Nice shrine.
Why, you've stolen from the gods, you have.
How do they even know? We might have just not recovered it yet.
To steal from priestesses.
The priestesses of Melitele implore you to leave an offering. The mother goddess smiles upon those who bow before her altar, they say. Yeah, we did also steal from her, though. But we do get part of the picture. Definitely doing that. Just one more piece. We got ourselves another card. A cow puzzle. Wait, what's this? Needs a key. Make sure no one sees you. People are already talking. Your beloved bee. My fluffy, sweet bun. My heart aches, but I cannot sneak away. So many have arrived in the village, it's become impossible to slip away unnoticed. I spun a tale for my nosy aunties, to escape even for this briefest of moments. I managed to sneak some silverware under my dress, but I think it's best to leave it here for now and return once the hysteria has died. Soon we'll have enough to begin our new life. Forever yours, B. My fluffy, sweet bun. You're all my fluffy, sweet buns, chat. Just so you know. Let's do this cow puzzle. Let's attack the cows. After 2 turns, on turn start, destroy the lowest cow. If there are multiple, damage only one of them by 1 instead. We can't let any cows perish. Which means we'll start with this now. Journey attacks one guy. We hide this. Hero ability. Move this one forward. Play it. For Rivia. We now attack one of these so he doesn't kill anything. Right.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Armor won't.
Yeah, that should do it. Unless I'm missing something. fairly easy one. It required the Warhammer. I guess the puzzle starts with the Warhammer, even if you didn't find it before. Oh, we got a decoy. Do we want that, though? That is quite useful. With the arbalists. We'll get a decoy. Oh, it's a trinket? For sure we'll get it then. I haven't really used the Fortitude tonic. Or the Lyrian banner. Well, the Lyrian banner, I guess, is nice. Suppose we'll keep it. I'm wondering whether... No, it's 25. We're gonna remove the Fortitude tonic. Don't think it has a lot of play in this. The banner is a good passive, always on effect. Do I rather have the Fortitude tonic or a field medic is what it kind of comes down to. I think I'd rather have a field medic. Well, we attacked the cows successfully. Does joining the wedding lead to us attacking the wedding? That is my primary concern. I'm gonna ride on. There's too many important things to attack. I'm sorry.
Thank you most kindly for the invitation, good man,
said the Queen.
Yet I'm expected elsewhere, where there's sure to be no dancing. I must move on at once.
Good call.
I must make haste.
The Lyrians resumed their march, Meve riding at their fore, softly tapping her fingers on her saddle to the beat of the fading jig.
The only dancing that Meve does is the victory dance after battle. It's the only proper dance.
Oh, to be young again. Heart bursting with love.
Your Majesty, fishermen dragged out an odd object from the Yavina. They claim it emits a magical aura of sorts. Well, I guess we'll pay for it. We don't need to... We don't really want to lose the morality, plus it seems needlessly cruel. And we have such a kind streak in our hearts. What card is this? We got ourselves a Lyrian Horn. Boosts allies by 2 and damage enemies by 2. That seems quite good. That we will replace for a field medic. The reason I'm replacing this one is consistency. Minimum is 25. I have yet to play a card game, unless you're making mill decks, I have yet to play a card game where going over the minimum is a good call, because mathematically it just doesn't work out that well.
Damn it. Make haste!
As the Clayton estate appeared from behind a tree line, the Queen and all in her retinue knew at once they had arrived too late. A veritable swarm of bandits milled about the yard.
Who have we here? I'll take a gander, lads. The Queen herself has deigned to come and see us.
I thought that was Gaston for a second. Close enough.
See you, then kill you.
Nice. Meve smart. Meve go
The
face.
strays of Sparla. 'Tis you who lead them. 'Tis you they call the Duke of Dogs.
Aye, 'tis I they dub so, and in other pleasant ways. Prince of Pariahs, Thane of Thieves, Baron of Brigands, and Marquess of Mendacity.
Good names. I like this man.
Yet you omit one. Come on, cutthroat.
I beg your pardon and
Yeah,
cry
show him,
foul.
Bernard.
I am anything but common.
You needn't get excited, Caldwell.
Caldwell.
Where is Lord Clayton?
Close enough.
Sadly, my lord's no longer with us. Turned us away, you see. Denied us hospitality. A sacred right, after all. Angered the gods mightily, I expect, as he promptly met a tragic end. Fell in the well and broke his neck.
Yeah, it's unfortunate how those things just happen.
I've heard enough. To arms! Attack!
Meve's soldiers were seasoned warriors. They had served in many campaigns, fought on many fronts. Still, the strays of Spala caused them great unease. The brigands, howling like wild dogs, did not fight with ordinary sword nor spear, but with executioners' axes, boards with rusty nails, and instruments of torture. Straight out of a Mad Max cosplay, their faces concealed behind ghastly prison masks. Eliminate Gascon, Duke of Dogs. Surround him with powerful units. It's only a 1 turn. Really, can I play as the Strays of Spalla? So let's see. The regiment drummers are really nice. The war wagon, this is quite a good setup. I'm not sure of the Lyrian horn. Let's get rid of that. That is really nice with all the regiment drummers. Get rid of this guy. This seems really good. So,
Lads, what say we throw this queen a ball?
4-turn start of the sum of adjacent power units higher than self, damage self by 3, yeah. Return on turn start, move to a random position. This didn't get to do is deploy. So, let's use our ability. And he has 14, I believe. So that guy didn't use his ability, so we don't need to actually kill that one. We'll go with the war wagon. He has 18.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
We'll catch them all!
He's gonna move to a random position.
Left, right, left, right.
Okay, that.
Watch your heads! Stand back!
Set her on fire.
Some alchemical concoction!
Still need to damage him by 1 before we can. No, yeah, that works. Because now we can do... Yeah, that works out. Now we can do this.
You can try to win them all, but
With the fire, it's a bit risky, but this might actually work out with the light infantry. They could snipe that. And then we can play... this one marked, right? Lyria!
Well, well, my congratulations.
Thank you. We might as well use this ability actually before we use the other one. What do we want here? I suppose we just want an arbalist. And we'll save that for now. He's gonna get damaged. Excellent.
catch!
And they set the other one on fire. There we go. Which means that is a 11. Which is not quite enough. We want to play the other regiment drummer so we can refresh all of it. Although we also want to play the Wagenburg so we can refresh that one. Both of them work out for damaging the Duke of Dogs. I guess the Wagenburg, it's nice to get that tick going. Wait, does it? No, it actually doesn't. We need one more, right? It's more, higher than self. And I believe this is 11. So we do need this one.
Again and again and again.
Yeah.
One bolt.
The damage here doesn't... I guess we'll do this one.
Cork it.
Although he might die. So I'd rather use his ability now.
Give me a time.
We must trust each other.
Excellent. Another drummer. That's good. Guess we'll put him here. In case he jumps in 2 turns. So then we can move this guy.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Can't get our asses moving.
He did die. So this already does damage. Which means this might be a good time to return something.
No time for that.
He's not gonna get anything now because it's on the right, yeah.
Our ballista, your command.
Yeah, we did not need the Wagenburg at all. I suppose I'll play it now because it's the lowest value we have. I do need to play something this turn.
The chase is on!
Okay, then he will die next turn regardless. So, yeah.
I'm a won't say.
See if they have any more surprises. Come on, Duke of Dogs, don't disappoint me now. No surprises. Victory dance. You earned it, Meave.
Bravo, Your Grace.
Thank
well
you.
Played.
Meave did go
I
face.
can't say the same for you, I fear. You'd have
You're
done better
dead.
to die in battle. Bound for Lyria now, where the hangman will have his way with you.
Splendid! I've ever wished to see the capital.
You're quite sure of yourself.
Quite certain of yourself, you seem.
I want to unlock the Romans option with Gaston.
Many afore you have braided nooses for me, Your Grace. Yet as you
What a
see, my neck's
wonderful
straight as
being.
a pike.
My threats are never hollow. And if it's an escape you weigh, well, We've yet to see any man abscond from the dungeons of Lyria Castle.
Yeah, there is a Ceci in there. Put him in Ceci.
I'd hope so.
You might enjoy
But
that.
to be known as second just wouldn't be worth the trouble.
Take him away.
Ugh. Take him away.
As soldiers placed the Duke of Dogs in shackles, there was a sudden commotion. A messenger rushed in, sweaty, gasping for air, smelling of smoke and blood. His gaze spoke terror.
Your Majesty, Graces, Nilfgaard's crossed the Yaruga.
Can you even see?
Black-clad hordes, villages burn, folk lie murdered.
Nilfgaard, gods help us.
Easy there, James.
They march for Dravograd. Prince Willem, he can't hope to arrive in time with aid.
He's so sad. Where's his dog?
Dravograd. Blast it all. Listen close, soldier. You're to take a fresh mount, ride hard back to your commander and say the
And
Queen
attack
comes to repel the
Nilfgaard.
foe.
Okay.
Your Grace, begging your pardon, our force. We aren't many. Let's send for reinforcements first, elsewise.
Attack Nilfgaard.
I've seen Nilfgaard's trebuchets at work. Should we delay until
Trebuchets.
we're stronger, they'll leave no
You're not gonna win
stone
now.
standing in Dravograd. We must ride for the town at once.
As her men prepared to march, Neve climbed the manor's tower. Smoke rose in columns in the distance. As more black pillars appeared one after the other, she knew they meant another home, another barn, another mill was in flames. Tears welled in her eyes.
Yeah.
Yet they were tears of anger.
Tears of anger because we don't get to attack another home. We don't get to attack another barn. We certainly don't get to attack another mill. How dare you, Nilfgaard?
If it's war they seek, it's war I shall bring them. Reynard, prepare to ride.
That is a lot of soldiers, Meave. I mean, I appreciate your confidence, but that is crazy. Rivian Broadsword. Damage an enemy unit and all other enemies with the same power by 4. That seems really strong. However, I like the Warhammer. It works really well with our drummers, and I mean, the drummer build is really what I'd like to focus on. The inhuman drummers. That's a good one, though. That is certainly a good one. Oh, hi.
Suddenly, Neve's force found itself marching straight towards a Nilfgaardian company. To the Queen's surprise, the invaders did not immediately assume battle formation. They proceeded instead in her very direction without a sign of panic. The man leading the Nilfgaardians was clad in rich robes. He exuded pride and the scent of musk.
I am Trahaern Vardifir, Your Majesty. I was asked to present your esteemed grace the ultimatum of the forces of the Empire of Nilfgaard.
Get it over with before we Sparta you.
The envoy cracked the seal on a scroll, unfurled it, took a deep breath, and began to read.
I, General Ardal Ebdahi, demand the immediate and unconditional surrender of Lyria and Rivia. Elsewise, I will burn down every city, town, village, and temple, place all your subjects in chains, and your armed men, defeated and captured, I will hang along the roadsides as a warning to all others in the barbarous north.
Quite the man of business.
As the final threat echoed in Meave's ears, the envoy put away the scroll and stood waiting for her answer, a mocking smile on his face. He allowed himself this insolence, believing the immunity accorded diplomats would shield him from any form of royal ire.
This is Lyria.
His Excellency speaks
And we
true.
definitely attack
We
diplomats.
Nordlings are barbarians, without exception.
Answered the Queen. Though her voice was calm, most of those listening shuddered inside.
We neither hold nor honor the standards of the civilized world. Among them, the immunity of envoys. At the...
It all comes full circle. Just like the well we're about to punt him into. Nilfgaardian heavy infantry and cavalry have a dark reputation in the north. The very sight of their black armor and the sound of the wings atop their helms instill a sense of dread. Is that like Asterix?
This is savagery! Barbers! To attack an emissary!
Oh, look at him. Every turn on turn start, set this unit's armor to the combined power of the Royal Nilfgaardian escorts. Those are indeed quite scary. I take it back. Not at all like Asterix. Now then. Let's see what we can summon up first. So we get the pikeman. Play Wagenburg. In turn, we play drummer, same line, it's fine. In turn, we get these guys out, same line.
My lady, your majesty, you must stop this!
Her Majesty is exceptional.
So we don't want to do this until we can use the ability. So, because we want to guarantee an Arbalist.
Arbalist at your command.
Puts him up at 8, which is enough, right? There we go. They promise him to stop once he's dead.
The envoy's escort crumbled beneath the onslaught of Meave's Lyrians, who grabbed the emissary and brought him before their queen. Robes torn and head blooded, he no longer exuded imperial pride.
Your Grace, what would you have us do with this pompous arse?
Order Reynard to kill the envoy? Why Reynard? Get the dog to do it. Command your men to clap the envoy in irons. We are savages. Clearly. He's only doing his job, isn't he, though? What are the odds someone wants to trade him for something useful? Such a pompous ass surely has some measure of worth.
I want him shackled in iron collar and manacles. To the capital we shall take him, and in the castle dungeon he shall taste of northern hospitality.
The envoy's jaw opened, but no sound, no protest came forth. The queen's irate stare drilling into him, he simply swallowed audibly. Traherne var Fetifir, usually silver-tongued, remained utterly silent the rest of the way to the capital.
Ah, here we go. I did promise to attack the Nilfgaardians. Why not? Okay, the Lyrian Horton might actually be useful here. The two Wagenburgs could be good. We're a little low on drummers, but I think with Reynard, that is fine. This is some nice combo. Yeah, I think we're good.
Scrubbing duty again? Oh gods.
After 2 allies appear, boost self by 6 and gain resilience. That is really... he gets really strong. After 2 allies appear, so we have 1 turn, really, to kill him. Damage an enemy by the number of allied units. Untis, rather. They have a beautiful language. Well, I do want to kill that immediately then. That is doable with a war wagon into Valerian Arbalist. And that I think is the only way to make sure we do that now. Actually, we could do Drummer into Arbalist. Do I want to use a drummer on this round? Maybe. But we have the wagon anyway. I think I want to keep the drummers back maybe for the next turn.
Can't take it anymore.
They all have resilience, really? Play a random unit from your deck and boost it by 2. I think so. That's probably the right way to go. Because we can move these around. These into here.
New orders? No? Ah.
He goes up to 10 regardless, right? Yeah. So we don't need to hurry. I'd rather just make sure we kill the entire line at once, essentially. If we move these two, this guy goes up by 2. With this it goes up to 3. So we're almost there. Give the banner in the middle in case he has any weird shenanigans. On that note, should I move those 2 for anyway? Before he destroys them? He might destroy them. Yeah, I suppose so. He passed already. Well then. Interesting.
One boat's all I need.
So this guy's resilience. We do gonna want to get rid of him. Yeah, I suppose that's the best way to do it.
Arbalist at your command.
Now, do we want to get... I think getting a Wagenburg back might be very useful. He's gonna have 1 anyway, but that's doesn't really matter, that one. However, I'm thinking we can use 2 Reynards. Probably better with the regiment drummers. So we'll pass. You have 6 chances to redraw. Well, we got a lot of drummers. That's probably better anyway. Because we can chain that. So we want to get... In that case, we get Caldwell. Get Bernard. And we got more Arbalists. That works too.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
After one turn on turn start, summon a copy of this unit from your deck. Yeah, we can.
I'm a boss.
If you insist.
There we go. Black Infantry Arbalist. Damage an enemy by 2 whenever an ally appears, gain 1 charge. That is also pretty nasty. Well, not the first round, I guess it doesn't matter that much. Actually getting a field medic now would be good. Can play this one at the front line, that's fine.
Right, left, right.
Alba Spearman.
Arbalist at your command.
Yeah. I think this is probably still better because it allows more removal in another turn. Like this one. So now we can get 2 more, which can both clear those 2.
Who dares?
Oh, we only have 1 left? Too bad.
I'm a boss.
Guess we'll do this one. Seems scarier. Right.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
Yes, so many. Well, time to get at the drumming regiment.
In train.
Because that works too.
Time to reap, a time to sow.
If I'm lucky, I was gonna say.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Every turn on turn start, boost adjacent units by 1 if this unit has armor. Ooh. Wow, he's so far behind in points, it's not gonna matter, but... still.
Left, right, left, right.
Aye.
Off to the front yet again.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Get all the buffs instead. Not gonna complain. That is pretty good too.
Forward march!
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Suffice to say, I think we won this one. Maybe just a little bit overkill. Ever so slightly. No such thing, right? Yeah, nice try, Nilfgaard. You only lost by 120 points. Give or take. Nice victory dance. And what a puzzle it is. Oh, hello. These are some new cards. Azul's Thunder, damage a unit by 10 and units adjacent to it by 5. And Scorch, destroy the highest units. Okay, every 3 turns, on turn start, consume a unit in your graveyard. He has a lot in his graveyard, turns out. And consume means he gets buffed. Boost by his power. Every 2 turns, on turn start, consume a unit from your graveyard and boost cell by 3. He's gonna do that next turn. And we cannot use our leader ability yet. Which means next turn he gets 10. He gets 13. He goes up to 26. These guys will go up to 21. 26. Right, no abilities on this guy. Yeah, this has to be it, I think. So we deal 1.
I'm a monster.
And turn. Now we do longsword. Because this will trigger. He'll hit 2. Doesn't matter what we target, but still. 23, we do this. Putting him to 21. Both in 1 turn, we hit him for 10. Right? Now they all go up to 21. Yeah, no, that still works. Just extends it by 1 turn, but we still got it. Excellent. Nice. Nice quick puzzle. Look at all those. Still think they look like pizza slices, but I'm sure that's just me. I like it. I'm enjoying it. The core gameplay of Gwent seems interesting. It is definitely unique. I worry that it might have a few... I wouldn't want to call it simplicity issues. Repetition issues, I suppose, is what it comes down to. Hard to say. Like I said earlier, I have not played Gwent in at least 2 years. And we have not seen... I'm assuming we just scratched the surface. Like looking at some of those monster decks we fought, for instance. There's definitely variety there. The core gameplay seems really fun. So far, I love the art that they have in this. The actual gameplay mechanics seem competent thus far. So I'm curious where this will go. And I'll probably play more of it. I might do a full review or something on it as well, once we get the time. For now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good evening, night, day, wherever you're at. Bye-bye. I'll leave you with this beautiful music. And the totally not scorching sounds of flesh.